champions here. In this case, we are heading to game number 2. And this is going to be Homeboys versus Team HAQ to fight for survival of who is the best in the land of Dawn.
Homeboy is going to be very eager to get this clean sweep to make up for the points that they missed out on in week number 1. And right now, I would agree with y'all. I feel like they have a very good chance of doing so. Team HAQ definitely will have a comp that's a little bit harder to execute. But if they do it well, the late game scaling with Carry and Novaria may be difficult for Homeboys to deal with.
Looks like the meta of the day is trying to gank EXP as much as you can. And Zorn, oh,
yep.
This is what you do.
What?
This is what you do. Shoutouts to Yaoi.
This turn?
Shoutouts to Yaoi.
Oh boy, I hate this.
Don't use your first skill. Use your nature's barrier and then just keep resetting like nobody's business.
That is annoying. That is extremely annoying.
Oh, this could be very bad.
Oh my goodness, Jonas testing. Oh no, he doesn't even get it! Chibi actually steals the purple bomb.
level 4.
And he's level 4. He got the kick. The Vital Record comes in. Noir is out of the equation. And Homeboys, oh boy.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, they might be able to end it before 80 minutes if this continues on. Because level 4, wait, now is, level 4, level 3, it's kind of a big gap.
This is like, that was so fast. And like out of nowhere, wait, Chibi's level 4? Oh, that was so fast.
And that's literally the worst way you can start the game there for Team HAQ. We already knew that Zorn would be annoying on this Grok. The fact he got the reset and Chibi was able to use that reset time to come to the jungle, secure the buff, get a kill on top of it all before the first turtle, means that Homeboys have already gotten that lead that they were looking for. And if this continues to snowball, it'll be
what's
bad.
messed up? He actually got the level 4 after he got the purple buff. Instantly upped it up and got a kill. And that's some fast fingers coming from Chibi though. But nevertheless, turtle contest comes in. Chibi level 5. And Janus not even level 4, and oh my goodness, he's just so deprived of supplies right now. Like there's no farm in the jungle at all.
And look at Zorn, he's already here again.
Oh my god, here we go again.
Look at how he's gonna, he already used his wall. Here's the thing, resetting with that wall is much harder than it looks. I've been trying to duplicate it.
Oh my goodness, Chibi just walked up, catch Noir. But it is going to be the tank. He needs to get out. Noir, again, does not have the level 4. Udil pops the Netherrealm preemptively. But Janus, now he's going to try and chip away here. He is going to try and stall them out. He got the Brazen Wrath, forces a flicker. But that should be all. Homeboys gets away once again.
Looking at a hand cam from Chibi as well. Looking at how the pro players play, they look at the map, they look at the items while fighting.
So fast.
So fast.
So quick.
It's something I've been trying to do myself. But
while fighting, looking at the item.
Yeah, it's not easy. You cannot do that. So it shows the difference in experience between these pro players and just us in our pubs. But we can see that because the wall was used a little bit too early by Zorn earlier, he wasn't able to get that reset, which means that Janus finally actually gets his buff for himself, making sure that he doesn't fall too far behind in EXP.
Well, let me spell something out for you guys. Zorn is level 5, same as Janus.
Oh.
Yes.
That is a very, very big problem for Team HAQ right now. Like, logically, Homeboys, 1.5k lead, it's not that big of a difference. But considering how early this game and how big the level gap is, it's actually not favoring HAQ at all.
I would say 1.5 is the equivalent of almost one item. So at 3 minutes, whew, that's big.
That is indeed big. But speaking of which here, now they are going to try and group up, and Lixia nowhere to be found. And interesting enough, he's opted to go for a Purify just so that he can walk out of Zorn's combo. And so far, Zorn has no intention of just shutting down. He's just making life miserable for Janus right now. And look at him. Now it's for Noir. Because right now, bottom lane, they make a dive on Iris. They take him out. Subot gets a free lane, gets a couple chump change on the gold platings.
Zorn has no intention of playing with his team.
He doesn't need to.
He's like, guys, you guys can 4v5. I'm just gonna stay in the jungle here.
Okay, Subot now half HP. Janus forced to come in. He is gonna be able to potentially go in for the retreat battle as well. Chibi's not looking for the play, but Janus, he secures the retreat. Now they're gonna go out. Netherrealm comes in, mid-on range as well. A big storm coming in, but no one is dying. A Brazen Wrath connects on 4. They get only 1, and Homeboy says, I'm out of here.
That was quite a reversal coming in here from Team HAQ. The fact that even with the knockout strike, that Janus was able to secure the turtle may have really rattled them somewhat. And then they all grouped up together to get hit by the Appraiser's Wrath and the Landshaker coming out from Iris.
Oh no, he doesn't have turtle. Okay, he's got it, but now Zorn is gonna get pinned away. He does have the power of nature to walk out to safety. Also, the flicker forces it, and that is gonna be him getting out, annoying Janus. But still, again, Team HAQ somehow finds a little bit of redemption with that turtle pit just now.
Something tells me fighting against Zorn is not a good time. Something about the way he plays. I feel like I might get a little bit annoyed.
Well, speaking of smelling here, they're fighting under turret. Zorn drops down towards half HP, and he's gonna be able to get out. Team HAQ again, not over-committing yet. It seems like they're just stalling for time.
For now, looking at the goal lead here, looks like Nets and Saken not really much going on. They're just farming, and I feel like the scaling coming in from Saken using this carry is going to be quite good. In fact, Saken has more gold than Nets.
That's
actually
a huge
ahead.
difference.
And this is actually very good for Team HAQ. We have to note, HOMEBOIS had a 1.5k net worth lead at 3 minutes. Now 6 minutes in, they only have a 1k net worth lead. This is technically real inflation happening in the Land of Dawn, where even though the value is similar, it has a lot less impact overall. Because Team HAQ are just slowing things down and starting to scale. It's HOMEBOIS who actually need to up the momentum. Because once you get to that late game phase, we've seen what a Novaria can do.
I kind of want to see them put a little bit more pressure either in the mid or the gold lane, because I feel like the faster you let Nets go out of his lane, the better it will be for the team.
Yeah, that's the thing about Nets right now, right? He needs to kind of snowball is the fact that I think he got the killing spree as an emblem as well. But as of yet, he hasn't been able to find any easy opportunities off Team HAQ, and this is the big problem for him over time, because the carry eventually will make life miserable for Chibi as well as Zorn, because as of yet, Turtle coming in, Janus trying to pull aggro in favor of Team HAQ. Support with the flank as well. Lexia and Iris, they're cut off. They're going to try to force a fight here. Turtle comes in, NetherRealm, but no, a big Bernard's Rage stops the momentum. Janus steals the Turtle, and now they're going to commit to the fight, and Chibi cannot do anything at all.
Right now, Team HAQ, they're winning the fight. They're being well coordinated, and here's the thing. They win when Iris is involved. This Lapu Lapu is a big factor in how they're winning the games, and Noir with the Minoan Fury as well.
It's definitely giving up a little bit of map pressure to Sabat, who's now getting that bot tier 1. He got the kill on Nova.
Oh my god, again? Wow. Again, Zorn?
I mean,
what?
In ranked games, Zorn is a jungler.
Yeah, but you're doing it as a roamer with the Guardian's Bearer, and that guy has a retribution.
Hey, you know what? He's been playing since Season 1.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about experience,
hey, he's the all-timer.
13 seasons in the MPL. Unheard of, man.
All-timer. All-timer of all MPL.
A record that I don't think will be broken anytime soon.
Maybe another 20 years when he retires.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Damn.
What we know for sure, though, is that right now, HOMEBOIS is starting to lose their early game pressure. A 600 net worth lead at this stage is basically 0, and Saken has been uninterrupted the entire time.
What was that damage, though? Like, okay, Lexia starting to hurt a little bit too much here, and now Noir gonna be face checking Support a little bit again. Seems like both sides just doesn't want to overcommit. They're playing a little bit more objective here. 35 seconds for the Lord, but guess what, Saken? They find Support. Can he get out? No, he cannot. He's dead. And that's the opportunity that HAQ needs. Fortunately for HOMEBOIS, he's only down for 22 seconds, so he will be online before the next Lord fight.
It's unfortunate that HOMEBOIS has a pretty good early game drop, but they have not been using it quite a lot here.
They used it a lot earlier, but then they lost a big fight clearly, and that affected them because they knew that they no longer had enough of a lead to just dive willy-nilly into Team HAQ, which means they had to slow down fights and try to look for better opportunities, but that gave time for Team HAQ to regroup themselves. And in these 5v5s, the Minotaur is still going to come out on top because of how good of encounter engaged the Minoan Fury is.
Yeah, whenever like the NetherRealm walks in, right? Like Minoan's Rage, boom, everyone just can't do anything. And that's going to be a big problem here because as of yet, Lord Dance coming in, Janus trying to get a little bit cheeky and aggressive. The Lord gets resetted, but Zorn, look at this, he's getting chipped so quickly here. That's going to be a problem unless Saban, he fights Saken! Oh my goodness, misses a second combo and Saken is going to be like, okay, I'm fine. But again, HOMEBOIS, they lost their surprise element. And now they're shifting their focus down towards the mid lane instead. And Lexia and Iris is quick to respond against this. My goodness, what a game.
I thought that Saken used his Purify there, but no, he actually didn't. He still has it available. That means that the timer is really starting to lock down for the Homeboys right now. Team HAQ regaining full control. The Astral Echo proving to be a big issue along with the sniping and whittling down. And Saken, I don't know how many items he has, but by now he is able to just straight up 1v1 most of the Homeboys. Yeah, things are not looking too good here for our defending champs.
I agree, and Zor now is afraid to send himself up front, but we do see again Saken, Thunderbelt, Corrosive Scythe, as well as the Golden Staff. And it seems like they do try to want to catch Nance. Ooh, close call indeed. And again, the Lord Dance continues.
And right now, while all of this is going on, Chibi's just like, okay, I'm losing way too much farm. He's getting his own farm for now, hoping for Zon to continue resetting, and as we see here, he can. It's a big advantage here for Team HAQ. They have a few advantages here. Number one, they can play this Lord Dance. They have a heal. That heal matters a lot. They can snipe from afar, so without risking taking a lot of damage, they can dish out the damage. And Homeboys, their front line is not going to survive against Saken. A 3-item carry hurts a lot.
Oh my goodness, they got Noir! He cannot pop the Minor range! The NetherRealm comes in, they are going to try and drop Janus before he can, but now the Praetor's Wrap comes in, Saken turns the fight, Noir goes down, and now Team HAQ, they're losing a little bit too much member, but so is Homeboy. They're trading 50-50s. Chibi now gonna try and trade off Saken. He is gonna try a little bit cheeky as well. Janus, he does not have the Appraiser's Wrap, but he is gonna be annoying Chibi as much as he can, as Nets and Zorn is slowly withering down. But here he comes, the Violent Wreck-Him. They find him, and he is down. And Alexia, he finds Nets. Ooh, what?
Ooh, these fights are turning really, really messy right here. Both teams kind of staying in their team fights a little bit longer than they really should be. I think Homeboys definitely went into the wrong situation. They're being caught out in a big mid-wind Fury into the Appraiser's Wrath, but then Team HAQ weren't quite able to follow up on the damage afterwards. I feel like I have to give Homeboys the same advice I gave Team HAQ in game number 1. It's time to split Sapat up and delay these Lord Dances.
One thing is a bit troubling here. Now the Flash of the Oasis has just been completed by Noir. The Divine Glaive has just been completed by Lixia. In terms of item power spike, this is a huge spike coming in from Team HAQ. They have the damage, they have the survivability. Now Janus having that Guardian Helmet as well, he can do this all day. The Lord Dance does not matter to him now.
Yeah, at the same time, Zorn just got his Dominance Eyes as well to deal with the Flash, and DHS on Nets as well. Seems like they're just buying items here, and now with the next item power spike, they are going to try to make it another attempt. HAQ, half HP, Zorn.
They have the survivability. Now Janus...
Now, they are going to reset here. He's taking a little bit too much damage. And Homeboys, they're waiting for the jump here. Noir forces to go to Minor range, completely whiffs. Janus secures the Lord. He gets out. They force in the NetherRealm, and Sapat says, we got to take something out of it, but they get absolutely nothing. As HAQ, they only lose Noir. They take the Lord, and they back out. And now Chibi is a little bit angry, but there's nothing much they can really do. And Saken, oh boy, he's gonna get a little bit aggressive here. And Chibi, he might actually fall. Widerkin comes in, they turn on Saken, they take him out, and now Nets gets the finisher. They lose Chibi for it. And Iris, he still wants to fight. Zorn taking the full damage, but guess what? He's gonna turn on Udil. He missed it! Udil! What a clutch! What a clutch! He pulls him into the turret, gets outplayed.
No!
The greed! The greed!
That was supposed to be so good for Iris!
It should have been.
That should have been one of the biggest plays that he would have gotten. Now, let's look at the instant replay here. Iris, almost full HP. Udil here, pulling in. And then, I think even at that point...
I think that was wall charge.
Iris was stunned.
Yeah, he was wall charged after being pulled into the tower.
Goodness,
Perfect coordination to make sure that he's locked down. And if a fight that Team HAQ started in the advantage, Homeboys instantly turns around. I have to shout out as well. Chibi played that immaculately. He used the jump knock-up to force the Purify out from Saken, and then delayed, got his stacks, waited until the Purify wore off to actually get the Violet Requiem.
That was insane. That was like some a lot of layer of thinking of fights coming from Homeboys, and I'm really liking what I'm watching right now. But at the same time, the biggest threat here is going to be Sake, and this time Iris, he just got his deadly blade, and that's going to be something that I think Homeboys needs to be a little bit more afraid in terms of sustainabilities right now.
They need to consistently find Sakin. If they're able to take the carry out of these team fights, Team HAQ honestly doesn't have a lot of burst damage overall. And I'm sure that Team HAQ themselves knows this. It's again going to be a little bit of a chase for those gold laners, but for Team HAQ, carry plays a much bigger role than the Roger.
Yeah, at this point, I feel like Team HAQ, they're kind of getting a little bit over themselves. They should understand how much damage that both Lexia as well as Sakin is dealing. So let Lexia be by himself. Give everything that you can give over to Sakin. Give him space, set something up for him, because if Sakin gets to kill 3 people, I think that's the go signal for Sakin to let loose. Because at this point, Sakin is still hesitating with good reason, because if he oversteps his boundaries, he's gonna get caught, he's gonna get punished, and then his team will lose.
Well, speaking of losing here, because Team HAQ, they may have gotten a little bit more control, but this time, they're not taking any unnecessary risk right now, and this is eventually going to be a big problem because as of yet, all hands and lies on Chibi making that exact same play onto a Sakin once again. It's going to be very difficult now considering how HAQ understands that right now, keeping him alive is going to be priority.
Yeah, at this point, the spatial migration is something that everyone from Team HAQ has to watch out for, because I feel like even if Noir gets caught, Noir's going to get taken down. Because at this point, Nance and Senpai can deal quite a lot of damage. So if Noir is out, then their sustained team fight is going to suffer a huge loss. No more healing and no more huge AoE setup.
Yep. I will say right now that Team HAQ definitely has an easier lineup to play going into this with the Minuan Fury, with the Novaria, whittling down the Homeboys, but they have to be very patient. They gotta wait for resources, they gotta find the opportunities.
Oh boy, speaking of resources as well, they force the Netherrealm, the chain stunning Chibi, can he get out? He's got the help available, and now again they continue to do so, but he finally gets out, and now Saban! He tries to make a play, he gets taken down, he takes Iris with him, and now Udil trying to kill off Sakin, but he does not die, and Homeboys, they keep him alive. But Team HAQ, again, seems to be in a little bit of trouble here. Chibi, half HP, survived the onslaught, but can he make the steal of the game? But no! Walked right into the Lexia. And now Chibi somehow survives 1 HP.
Chibi, get out of there.
He's got to run.
Get out of there.
It's over.
Oh,
it's over.
Dude, okay. A lot to talk about. Team HAQ playing around Sakin, beautiful. And Lexia's been hitting those shots, man.
The Novarias this season have been terrifying. I did mention that Team HAQ needed to be a bit more patient, but they got a really good catch out there, and by keeping Sakin alive, they were able to just threaten Homeboys back. I will say that the cut off from Sabat was good, and I actually think Udil might have fed himself on purpose so that he could get a free respawn back to base and defend without needing to recall, so that he could rejoin the fight sooner. Unfortunately, it didn't make enough of an impact here because the Netherrealm was already gone. Now Homeboys are going to need to defend against this Lord here. Team HAQ looking pretty comfortable.
Well, here we go again. They're making an attempt onto his Chibi. And again, it took almost everything from inside Team HAQ, and they still couldn't get Chibi. And they will settle the score with someone else. And this time with the Lord escorting here, it is going to be huge. However, based on the minimap, we do see Iris trying to make a play, but is it too late though? Lord crashing in on the inhibitor. They take the top one. They are looking for the second one as well. And as of yet, Homeboys making no plays yet. And they have to back out Sapat. They need him. Chibi is going to get caught out. They're luring them to the bottom side as well. They finally clear the Lord up top side. And as they're going to try and compete the fight. And Sapat from behind, he's ignoring Iris. He's focusing on Lexia. They take down the Novaria instead. Seems like Sakin is not the problem. It is going to be Lexia.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Lexia's been treating the skill shots like a point and click, man. He's been hitting it. The fact that Sapat actually found it in the back line, a huge shout out for Sapat. That's not easy to do. Going up against a Novaria, Novaria is a very slippery, man.
Yep, it definitely took him a while though, and that is all time that he wasn't able to participate in terms of damage in the main team fight. So Homeboys did end up having to lose a lot of inhibitors in exchange for that play. But with Lexia down for another 10 seconds, and actually using that Purify in that last play, Homeboys are set up for potential engage.
Well, seems like the fight is beginning as well. Chibi is gonna get bursted out. Dennis extends his catch, but Chibi taking a little bit too long to die here, but eventually falls. Sake picks him up, and Zord is gonna be next here. Iris takes him out, and now Homeboys have to back out. And Subpat trying to make a play from behind, but is forced to go in for the split push. But guess what, HAQ, they have the minions. They want to close the game. They want to drag this game number 3, and it is very, very possible. They're clearing the minions. That's so much damage. No, he got caught. He's dead, and now the crystal falls. We